Watching something unbelievable is always a strange moment, especially when the object comes from a time we barely understand. Some ancient pieces appear in places that make no sense, and their shape or design raises tension that remains a mystery. These relics look far beyond what people of that age were able to create, and their presence in our world feels almost wrong. And in today's video, we look at items that should not exist, yet they do. Each one brings a new puzzle that leaves you thinking. Let's explore them together. Number 15. Ancient Carbon Nanotube Pottery, India. Microscopes reveal that ancient Indian artisans unknowingly crafted pottery infused with carbon nanotubes, materials central to cutting-edge science today. The finding disrupts expectations entirely, suggesting techniques long forgotten. Somewhere in those workshops, a formula was mastered, then lost, leaving modern researchers stunned by the sophistication hiding inside a humble vessel. This pottery dates back roughly 2,600 years, discovered during studies of blackened ceramic surfaces that showed unusual durability and conductive properties. Chemical analysis revealed tightly packed carbon structures at the nanoscale, arranged in ways normally associated with advanced laboratories. Such formations require high-temperature conditions and precise control, raising questions about how artisans achieved finishes that modern science only recently learned to replicate intentionally. These vessels likely served everyday roles, yet their composition hints at craftsmanship shaped through experimentation, observation, and practical genius, rather than theoretical knowledge. Number 14. The Phaistos disc. A clay disc covered in spiraling symbols turns up in a Minoan palace, with the confidence of a message that was never intended to speak again. The icons march inward like a coded procession, daring anyone to read a system that vanished before anyone could record even a hint of its logic. Crafted from fired clay around 1700 BCE, this object was uncovered in 1908 inside the palace complex of Phaistos on Crete by archaeologist Luigi Pernier. Measuring just 15 centimeters across, it carries symbols stamped rather than carved, arranged in a precise spiral, readable from the rim to the center. 45 distinct signs, figures of people, animals, plants, and tools, repeat across its surface, hinting at an early experiment in printing and leaving researchers debating whether it preserves language, ritual, or something entirely different. Number 13. Antikythera mechanism. Fragment. B. A fragment of bronze gears preserves calculations so advanced they feel closer to engineering blueprints than relics. Lunar cycles, festival chronologies, shifting spirals, everything moves with unsettling precision. Fragment B reveals minds that treated mathematics like craftsmanship, leaving behind a mechanism modern scholars still struggle to fully reconstruct. This surviving piece holds roughly 1/3 of the metonic dial on the device's back, a 5-turn spiral with 235 divisions that followed the 19-year cycle used to align lunar months with the solar year. Its pointer guided by a carefully engineered groove, ensuring the correct segment was always read. Nested inside this structure is the complete games dial, a small circular register charting the timing of Panhellenic festivals such as the Olympic, Pythian, Nemean, and Isthmian games, along with other regional competitions. Number 12. Ars Notoria. This enigmatic manual promises brilliance but demands an ordeal: recitations, fasting, sleepless nights, and relentless concentration on sacred diagrams. Practitioners weren't simply learning. They were reshaping themselves through spiritual exertion. The text lures readers with the idea that true knowledge arrives only when the ordinary mind has been stripped away. Its methods blend Christian devotion with esoteric discipline, beginning with long, elaborate prayers written in shifting combinations of Latin, Greek, and Hebrew, each addressed to divine beings believed capable of sharpening intellect and memory. Alongside these invocations appear the notae, intricate symbolic figures meant to be studied or meditated upon while recitations continued, with each diagram tied to a distinct academic field or moral virtue. The system also imposed ascetic requirements. Fasting, confession, charity, and strict self-purification meant to ready the practitioner for insight delivered through dreams or waking visions, creating a ritual framework that merged scholarship with mystical transformation. Number 11. The Emerald Tablet. A legendary text with no physical original somehow becomes the backbone of alchemy. The Emerald Tablet moves through history as a whispered equation, a handful of phrases that claim cosmic insight. Its authorship dissolves into myth, leaving a trail of seekers convinced its brief lines hide an entire world view. Attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, a fusion of the Greek Hermes and the Egyptian Thoth, the tablet takes on a mystical authority, despite no artifact of green stone ever being found, suggesting the emerald identity was a literary flourish meant to imply ancient origins and divine wisdom. The earliest surviving versions appear in Arabic manuscripts from the 8th or 9th century, including the Book of the Secret of Creation, before re-emerging in 12th century Latin translations that shaped European alchemical tradition. One enduring legend claims the tablet was found clutched in the hands of Hermes himself inside a hidden tomb, discovered by Apollonius of Tyana, a story that amplified its reputation as a vessel of secret creation lore. Number 10. Lady of Elche. A limestone face emerges from the earth, wearing an elaborate frame of coils and folds, her expression measured yet unreadable. She offers no narrative, only presence. Every carved detail hints at significance, yet her identity remains unreachable, turning her into an icon of a culture that left few explanations behind. The bust itself is carved from limestone, standing 56 centimeters tall and weighing over 65 kilograms, its craftsmanship suggesting an artisan fully fluent in Iberian symbolism. Unearthed in 1897 at La Alcudia in Elche by Manuel Campello Esclapes, it eventually entered the National Archaeological Museum, where it remains one of the most studied artifacts of Iberian culture. Its dimensions, the intricate wheel-like headdress, and the precision of its carved features have fueled theories ranging from portraiture of nobility to representations of priestesses or deities, yet no inscription or accompanying context survived to confirm her story. Number 9. Perforated batons. Antler rods drilled with immaculate openings turn up across prehistoric sites, defying easy categorization. They could have launched spears, shaped rope, or served in rituals, depending on which expert you ask. Their purpose refuses to settle, pushing every interpretation into a tug-of-war, while the objects themselves stay uncooperative. In archaeology, they're known as perforated batons, or batons per se, carved from antler and recognized as adaptable tools across early European communities. An older label, bâton de commandement, once suggested ceremonial authority, but that name grew from speculation rather than confirmed use, leading researchers to prefer terminology that sticks to what can actually be seen. Their polished surfaces, precise openings, and varied shapes hint at craft skills that required intention and technique. Some propose they assisted in spear throwing through controlled leverage. Others view them as devices for tightening rope or hide bindings. Number 8. Elamite vases. These vases carry inscriptions announcing kings whose stories now hover beyond translation. Their surfaces display authority through form and pattern, yet the message itself stays sealed in an undeciphered script. Each piece becomes a messenger robbed of speech, representing a kingdom remembered only through hints and silhouettes. Created nearly 4,000 years ago in the Elamite sphere, these vessels were shaped with careful symmetry and then marked with text, that refuses to align with any known writing tradition. The engravings reference rulers whose identities can only be gauged through context, pushing researchers to examine clay texture, line depth, and placement for insight. Their balanced forms and deliberate markings suggest organized workshops and well-defined cultural expectations, indicating political structure and craft specialization, even when the linguistic meaning slips outside modern classification, turning each vase into a study of power expressed through form rather than readable language. Number 7. Kish tablet. A small limestone tablet displays symbols suspended between counting marks and full script, capturing writing at the moment it began to emerge. It records something practical: inventory, identification, obligation, but the meaning dissolves in transition. The tablet stands at civilization's doorway, where language was only beginning to take shape. Dating to the late Uruk period around 3500 BCE, it surfaced at Tel al-Uhaymir, the ancient Sumerian city of Kish in present-day Iraq. Its markings belong to proto-cuneiform, a system built from pictographs and simple signs that conveyed objects, quantities, and administrative activity long before writing adopted grammar or phonetic structure. Because the script occupies a developmental stage between imagery and language, its exact content cannot be securely mapped to later cuneiform forms. Scholars study line direction, sign frequency, and placement to understand how early record-keeping operated, using the tablet as evidence of a moment when communication shifted from drawing to structured notation, marking a pivotal step in human expression. Number 6. Neo-Assyrian Lamashtu Demon Amulet. Families once relied on an amulet bearing the very demon they feared, trusting its carved image to outmaneuver her destructive force. The object embodies a worldview where danger wasn't avoided but strategically confronted. Its carved details read like a compact myth, worn as a shield against invisible threats. Lamashtu herself was viewed as a relentless force in Mesopotamian belief, a daughter of the sky god Anu associated with illness, infant loss, and domestic turmoil. Artists portrayed her as a hybrid figure: human torso, bird-like head, donkey teeth, and elongated claws, often shown perched on a donkey while nursing a pig and a dog, emphasizing her reach across both nurture and harm. Amulets used her likeness in a counterintuitive form of protection, redirecting her hostility away from households. Many include a spindle, comb, piglets, and puppies, objects that map out her influence over home life, physical well-being, and the fragile boundary between safety and threat, turning each talisman into a concentrated expression of Mesopotamian fear and strategy. Number 5. The Tartaria Tablets. 3 clay pieces spark academic battles that span decades. Some argue they document a fledgling writing system. Others insist they mark ritual or symbolism with no linguistic intent. Their lines remain immune to interpretation, pressing scholars to reconsider what early European societies might have encoded in clay. Unearthed in 1961 at a Neolithic site in Tartaria, Transylvania, these tablets were discovered by archaeologist Nikolai Vlasa and quickly drew attention for their potential age, with indirect dating reaching toward 5,300 BC, far earlier than many established writing traditions. Their surfaces carry incised markings that combine grids, strokes, abstract motifs, and figures, echoing proto-writing while refusing to align with any known script. The objects are generally associated with the Vinca culture, known for symbolic expression across southeastern Europe. Number 4. The Rongorongo Tablets. Carved wooden tablets from Easter Island showcase glyphs arranged in alternating rows, creating a rhythm unlike any known system of communication. Patterns emerge only to collapse again under closer study, and every attempt at understanding them falters, turning these tablets into guardians of a knowledge no reader has ever managed to unlock. Over 400 distinct glyphs appear across tablets, staffs, and carved figures, portraying humans, animals, plants, and geometric shapes. Their lines follow a reverse bastrophodon layout, forcing the object to be flipped at each turn, revealing an intentional and highly disciplined method of inscription. Researchers debate whether the markings tracked genealogies, ceremonial activity, seasonal cycles, or astronomical observations, while others argue they functioned as mnemonic aids, or a form of proto-writing rather than a full linguistic system. Although some suggest outside influence from contact-era events such as the 1770 Spanish Annexation Treaty, the tradition itself clearly formed on the island and reaches back before Europeans arrived, rooting its origins firmly within Rapa Nui's own cultural development. Number 3. Chinese jade burial suits. Rulers were once secured within jade coverings composed of thousands of precise plates, each shaped and drilled by hand. These suits weren't decorative. They were spiritual armor forged for eternity. Their creation demanded extraordinary labor, revealing a belief in preservation so powerful it redefined how royalty prepared for death. Jade was thought to shield the body from decay, transforming the deceased into a purified jade body capable of enduring beyond the physical world. Its associations with integrity, protection, and transcendence made it a material reserved for those whose spiritual journey was considered significant. Only emperors and high-ranking nobles could commission such suits, their rank displayed through stitching material, gold for emperors, silver for elite officials, and copper or silk for others in the hierarchy. Each suit required thousands of meticulously formed jade plaques, square, rectangular, or subtly varied, connected by thread in a pattern that demanded expert precision. Number 2. The Ain Ghazal statues. From ancient soil rise towering plaster figures with stark, unblinking eyes that confront viewers with an intensity nothing modern explains. Their posture and craftsmanship imply roles, ritual, remembrance, guardianship, yet no record confirms anything. The statues stand like emissaries from a society that communicated its beliefs through monumental silence. Today, this extraordinary collection is scattered across several major institutions. The Jordan Museum in Amman preserves the largest group, housing most of the 32 full figures and 15 busts discovered at the Neolithic site. Another example sits in the Louvre in Paris, where it holds the distinction of being the oldest artwork currently on view. Portions of 3 additional figures appear at the British Museum, offering visitors a glimpse of their distinctive construction and dual-layered plaster forms. A dual-headed piece, one of the most striking of the entire group, resides at the Louvre Abu Dhabi, extending its reach across continents and allowing different audiences to encounter its haunting presence. Number 1. The Nebra Sky Disc. A bronze disc inlaid with gold symbols maps celestial movements with startling deliberation. Its arcs, clusters, and crescents form a coordinated system rather than decoration. The piece compresses astronomical understanding into a single artifact, revealing sky watchers whose sophistication surpasses what history once credited to the Bronze Age. Its surface presents the sun, a curved moon, and a small gathering of stars, widely thought to represent the Pleiades, arranged alongside edge markings interpreted by many researchers as indicators of solstice alignments. More than symbolic imagery, these elements likely functioned together as a practical tool for aligning lunar and solar cycles. Beyond its scientific value, the disc offers a rare look into early European thought, merging observation, belief, and artistic precision in a single object. It came to light in 1999 through illegal treasure hunting and was later recovered in 2002 along with swords, axes, and jewelry, forming one of the most important Bronze Age finds ever unearthed. And with this, we reached the end. If you like anyone, then add your voice in the comments and pass the video along to someone who'd enjoy it. Hitting subscribe helps these deep dive topics keep reaching new viewers, and every bit of support truly matters. Thanks for choosing to be here and giving this exploration your attention.